All right, Walnut, I'm not going to lie to you. This is a somewhat precarious situation. You are only a young juvenile, and not only do you have sickly genes, so a little bit of a runny nose, a cold that your family doesn't really quite understand, but you are also currently facing down a very hungry Barina. Not even a Barina who had the kindness to bring with it a baby that we could invite into the tribe in the future, just a hungry, wandering Barina who appears to want to eat our adorable little Walnut. And we cannot let this happen. That's just unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. Sunri, run to your little brothers. Well, yeah, your little half-brothers, like, honor, help, life. Save his life, Sunri. All right, so delivered another blow. Let's see. And then we'll have Pecan rush over to his son's side and deliver a couple... No! Oh, no, that was 2 blows. Okay, well, guess what, Walnut? You're going to go ahead and try to fight for your life, too. Oh no! Okay, we're so close, guys. We are so close to defeating this Barina. But hello, everyone, and welcome back to Searching the Farseas. And we have returned with our little bit of drama that we have going down with our Farsea tribe. Having left the safety of Whale Island with the grand and magnificent whale that watched over them for oh so long, we have arrived to this island. And I thought it was going to be easy peasy, wonderful, just romping through it, having babies left and right, stuffing our faces full of nuts and berries and coconuts, but it's actually been a lot more challenging straight off the whale than I thought it would be. We are low on nesting material and high on pregnant females, unfortunately, so a lot of the females are getting a little bit more competitive for the nest. Peachy is very worried that this tribe is not going to have enough nesting material to really see it flourish. She really is realizing, oh, maybe food isn't the thing that we should worry about. It's the territory that will provide a safe place for our young instead. And we also had poor Cookie, who is finally feeling a little bit better, but she lost so much of her life to being stunned under the coconut tree. So you guys tried to warn me, and I thought I had a grasp on what the coconuts of the coconut tree would do. Turns out I did not. I walked straight up to the coconut tree and had Cookie kick it, and then she was stunned by a coconut for so long that we couldn't move her for ages. And thank you for letting me know that one of the tricks to prevent your poor nichelings from being stunned again and again from repeatedly falling coconuts is not to gather the coconut that's under them. I thought maybe it would help us to kind of scooch our nichelings away so that they could scurry away to safely. But apparently removing the coconut will just provide a spot for more coconuts to fall down. So currently poor Roro, who came over here with his kind and gentle heart to try to help Cookie flee from feeling stunned. Everybody's so confused. They've never seen a coconut before after all, so they're trying to figure out what's happening to all of the nichelings. But now Roro is stunned. And so the tribe has kind of hit a little bit of a stumbling block, almost slowing everything down. Instead of an explosion of new babies, for the most part, we have kind of almost halted. We've stuttered to a stop, and all of my poor nichelings are currently trying to figure out what on earth is happening. They're dealing with a Barina. We actually had a surprising number of Barina on the Whale Island, so that's not exactly new. They are dealing with a lot of illness that is just starting to become apparent, and they are also dealing with the fact that there's not enough nesting material and no permanent nest for their children. Peachy, as the current tribe leader, came thinking that she needed to really look for food, and like I said, now she's really worried maybe the true thing that her tribe needs to flourish is not to be right next to a food source, but to be next to a safer nest area. So we'll kind of pick up with her there. And also, Cookie had an amazing baby last time, guys. Look at this little guy. I mean, just look at him. This is amazing. He is our new weather seer. So Cookie and Walk have given birth to Crumble. So welcome little Crumble into the family. He is currently the only nicheling that we have in our Farsea tribe who has the weather sensing ability. But I do believe the tribe will turn to him for guidance in the future because somehow those antennae just are part of the tribe lore. They have been a recessive trait that we had in our Adam and Eve all the way back at the beginning. And I love the idea that there's just kind of a gut feeling with the little trembling antenna that our little Crumble has that he can hopefully guide his tribe through with. So in 3 days, the weather will be sunny and hot, and then maybe we can learn something new about the weather after 3 days pass. I still think that's going to be really fun to play with. Imagine, for instance, if you were able to sense a blizzard coming and you could leave the island before one of those major blizzards hit on those really hard icy islands. That could be super useful, but we'll talk about that more in the future. For now, let us get rid of this Barina. One more attack will do it. Unfortunately, I do think that means that Sunri is going to become sick, but she has just saved her family, and Lala can rush over and be somewhat distressed and so relieved that her son Walnut, who I really love because his name kind of reminds me of Groot, is all right, and that her beloved Pecan, who she has just fallen deeply in love with even though they still have sickly children, is all right. And she's also heavily pregnant, so now that she has, guaranteed the safety of her family, she's going to eat all of this Barina meat. It's a heap of meat. She has a big pregnant belly. We have priorities. And then over here, Azalea, I think, is going to continue. Holy canoodles! Oh my gosh! Hello, gorgeous! Cece, welcome. I think Peachy would take a moment to kind of gasp in shock and then immediately invite you into the tribe. What the heck? Oh my gosh, not to mention that can you just imagine as Peachy is like, what is your name, traveler? This amazing traveler with purple eyes. Look at her awesome face. Isn't this so cool? I actually really love the little derp snout when it's there, because when it has beautiful eyes, because it makes the eyes huge. And she has just the coolest markings. And is that like purple spines on her back? Oh my gosh, Cece, you are really cool. And I think when she explains, yes, my name is Cece, maybe in some sort of dialect that's a little bit hard for my whale-born nichelings to understand, that would take Peachy's breath away, because if you recall, her mother was Zizi. So I think that she would feel very in awe of this young nicheling that they have just invited into the tribe. All right, Cece, with your really awesome face and your new tribal lore that you can provide to us, please tell me that you have some really good immunity genes. C and A. Ooh, with recessive female peacock tail. Bag-eyed sight. Oh, but she has that bird beak. So would she be a good mate? B and E. Sure enough, she would be a good mate for Robin, our beaked nicheling. D and B. And she would actually be a good mate for Bwok. A and D, but not a good mate for, let's see, A and D, for the newborn baby boys that we have. What about for you, Walnut? B. Oh, and actually Walnut would make a good mate for her too. So we have quite the choices, and I think that's why Cece would agree to join us, because she could see this is clearly a tribe that has plenty of males that she could possibly choose from. So we'll have her kind of clear away this area. What are her good skills? She can crack nuts, she can gather, so we'll have her kind of like gather away all this grass and sort of show Peachy the lay of the land. And Lynn will kind of come up and sort of sniff at her feet, curious about this newcomer. Zio, I think, cannot take being pregnant another moment. She has to have this baby. She will... Oh, she dug up those roots. Good job, Zio. So she's going to jump into her sister's little nest because I think that she is desperate to have her baby, like, right now. Robin found some roots for his hungry mate, and I think that he would continue gathering up all of the grass so that hopefully he can make Zio a nest of her preference, so a better nest soon. Meanwhile, over here, Cookie does not have long to live, which makes me sad because Cookie is so cool. But I think she and Blake will actually go ahead and try for another child. And hopefully we can have another one soon. Oh, yes! We had just enough nesting material that Cookie got to make another nest. Maybe she'll have another weather seer, because I think she and Blake really have something going on there. Also, I think this rabbit is stunned by the coconut. Have you guys noticed that? Like, I honestly think that this little bunny is stunned by the coconuts, or the rabble, excuse me. So, we'll have to check that out pretty soon. All right, took care of the thing trying to eat us. Welcomed in Sissy, who I think may wander a little bit. Peachy doesn't have long to live. And yeah, the whole tribe is kind of slowed down a little bit because they have a lot going on. We have a lot of sneezing going on. because they're trying to adapt to this new land. Run for it, Rororo! Oh my goodness, he is free. He is away from the evils of that coconut tree. I think that he too, taking all of that damage, would have the purr snout, because I really want to get purr snout going so that we can heal those who have been wounded. So I think that what I'm going to start doing for the Farseas is just kind of assign them traits that I think would be really fun, just for personality. Like, I think, oh, that fits the nicheling's personality, and also so we can try to see some of the new things. So on that note, Peachy can pass on purr snout, and I think that Lynn, being raised and born during all of this chaos, and his father died under the coconut tree, would try to follow his mother's wisdom at trying to find a better way where maybe that we can learn a way to heal the nichelings of our tribe. So Lynn will also get purr snout as one of his recessives, and then Blake actually has, yeah, Blake could have purr snout too. So let's see. Oh, new little baby. Oh my gosh, he looks so cute. I want to name him Rooster, or like Rostar to be like his father, kind of like a little rooster. So we'll scoot Crumble over, and Crumble can kind of stare at the devious, very spooky coconut trees, which have caused our tribe a lot of great harm, to be completely honest. And then Cookie can have one last child, and I think Rostar will also get the purr snout to possibly pass on because his mother's about to pass away. I think Crumble will possibly pass on purr snout too, because they're the children of a mother who lost a good chunk of her life to the evils of the coconut tree, and we have to learn how to heal them. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. So a bunch of young boy nichelings who all agree that they want to see, you know, the tribe healed up and not left to be wounded when they are struck by stray coconuts. Meanwhile, over here, Sunray somehow managed to dodge getting the sickness that her brother had. Walnut, I think, is very happy. Sunray is very much a hunter. So she's going to dive over here and happily get that rabbit. Walnut is going to come over here, happily gathering up what he can from the food. And I just don't think that Azel and Walnut really realize that they're as sick as they are. And if we had somebody who could do the purring, wouldn't that be so nice? Because then we could heal our sickly nichelings. That would be so sweet. Oh my goodness. I hope we can manage that at some point. All right, we need more nest. So let's carry on. My poor pregnant females just don't know. Yes, Lala, you lucked out so much. Oh my gosh, Lala discovered the first permanent nest. And that's very fitting because she is actually the most, she's had the most babies so far for the tribe on the island. So she's kind of like the most motherly of all of our nichelings in a way. Oh my goodness. And it looks like Rororo just narrowly missed being smacked by another coconut. So hopefully he's okay. And I think Zio... I don't think Zio was moved by Rororo. Rororo, I was gonna mate him with somebody, but I don't remember who. I think it was like Lala at some point, but I think Rororo is gonna need some time to recover from his ordeal. So we'll have him dig a little. Do I have Digging Paw unlocked already? Let's see, Web Paw. No, I do not. So that is kind of useful to at least try to dig. And then let's see. Zio had her baby. That's right. So Zio just had her baby with Robin, and I'm going to name this beautiful little girl Dove. So she actually, or maybe Bambi, because she doesn't have the beak. Let me think. Bambi's actually, believe it or not, a boy's name. And she's not really, I don't want to name her Doe because it's kind of close to Doe Lee from our wonderful Seers of the Sea nicheling Let's Play. If you haven't seen that yet, highly recommend it. It's one of my all-time favorites. And she has female peacock tail. Oh my gosh, we have to have a little boy born from those two. All right. Well, Seiko, I am going to name her Dove because she has double velvet paw, so she lands very lightly. She's going to be a very gentle nicheling. Doves are said to have a very gentle personality, so we'll go with Dove. And I think that Zio is just tickled to pieces and so proud about her new baby. And we'll have Robin rush over, equally proud to be the father of such a beautiful little girl, but hopefully Hopefully we'll end up with some really fun peacock tails soon, because I know that that's what Robin has in his recessive too. All right, meanwhile, I think we're gonna have Lynn. He knows his mother is older, so we'll have Lynn pop up there. Bunnel, I see you, I just can't get you right now. And Sissy will continue to kind of show like a little bit of her expertise of like, yeah, these are the places that I am familiar with for hunting, and just kind of establishing her place in the tribe. Oh, yes! Sissy showed us where there's another permanent nest. Oh, and there's a little creek over here too. Thank you, Sissy. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we let you use that pretty soon. A and C. Which male? D and B. Ooh, Sissy and Blake, or Sissy and Walnut. You know what? I kind of want to breed her with Walnut. So we're going to have Walnut scooch over in just a second. But all right, so Blake is going to come down and carefully harvest those devious coconuts that I think the whole tribe kind of handles gingerly at this point. Because I don't know if they have connected the falling of the coconut from the tree is truly what can stun them. But I do think they would love the coconut water and the coconut milk. So, all right, Cookie is now going to have her final child, which is very sad. But she has raised, or at least given birth to 2 boys who will hopefully go on to bring Pursnout into the tribe so that we can try to bring in healers in the tribe. Or really, Cookie's line is suddenly veering from being like nut collectors because Cookie was hurt by the evil coconut. And she is now giving birth to kind of the seers. She has now given birth to another seer, a weather seer. So that's very interesting to see. But I do think that maybe her children might stick their noses in the air at the coconut, which they probably will pronounce like that, the coconut, and they'll wander over towards this tree, and we'll see what happens. I'm really hoping I don't think there's a single log over here, but we'll have to see. I don't think there's a single log though, unfortunately, because I really hoped there would be. So that we would be able to do some mating calls for random nichelings, but that's not the case. But all right, Cookie. I really appreciate the wonderful contributions. Whoops, sorry about that we have given to the tribe. So rest in peace, my dear. And she had a little girl. Oh my goodness. So she had a little girl. I am going to name her. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I'm gonna name her, what does she remind me of? Kind of like a biscuit. Kind of like, she kind of reminds me of a croissant. Well, we'll name her we'll name her Chrissy after croissants, to be completely honest. So we'll name her Chrissy. She's really adorable. Oh my gosh. And she too is a weather seer. So yes, Cookie's line has actually dramatically shifted from being all about gathering up the nuts from the trees of life. And instead we are focusing on the weather, which by the way, Crumble, tell the tribe, give us your grand prediction, O great weather seer. And one day it will be sunny with a heat of 0. Thank you, Crumble. All right, and Chrissy too, because her mother died from the damage to the coconut tree, all of her children I think will also have the Pursnout. Also because I want to see the Pursnout pretty soon. Also, we had another newborn baby over here, a little Cuckoo, who I actually, so we have Cuckoo and Pecan. So Lala, Cuckoo's kind of a cute name because Lala and Cuckoo are like repeating the little syllables. So I think I'm going to leave his name Cuckoo because it's kind of adorable. All right. And Lala, again, I don't think she realizes that she is just giving birth to all these unhealthy babies. She's just very proud of her little family. And Pecan is going to come over to help his mate kind of clear away the grasses over here. And Sunri definitely wants to earn those ram horns back for the family because she is a fighter. And I don't know if we have anybody who'd be really good to mate her with just yet. B and A. Well, we have quite the selection over here. A and D. Still not the best, but we have a growing selection. A and D. We'll worry about that later. For now, Sunri wishes to do battle. And there are many bunnels over here. So we'll have her rush over here in search of the bunnels. That'll be one of her goals. And then meanwhile, we'll have little Dove step to the side where her very proud papa is going to gather up all of these roots to feed his baby. And her lovely mom, Zio, is going to step back into the nest. Meanwhile, Rororo, who has taken so much damage, oh my goodness, I think he's actually going to come down and investigate these mysterious cocoa nuts and see if he can draw some answers from devouring them in order to prevent the tribe from being harmed in the future. And otherwise, I think Crumble also, it feels a little bit like he needs to come over and help out with possibly discovering answers to the evils of the coconut. And Rostar will stay near his father Blake, who will go ahead and have Blake start clearing things out and keeping an eye on his youngest Chrissy. Wonderful. All right. And Lynn, meanwhile, we'll have him clear some things away. And Peachy is about to pass away. Yeah, I think Peachy's just she's gonna leave her son, Lynn, I think, kind of in charge of the strategy side of things. And I think that Crumble, with his wonderful antenna, is in charge of being kind of the seer at the moment. So he's in charge of those things. And Sissy, helping to clear out all of this grass, has just stumbled upon Blake. And I think that it is love at first short sight for her. So let me go ahead, and we are actually going to give Sissy normal eyesight. And then Blake can pass on Purse Snout and Peacock Tail. And I'm going to let Sissy go ahead. I want to see what Purse Snout is. And I'm going to just say that she had a recessive, even though she has bird beak recessive. Just because I know that all of us really want to see that Purse Snout in action. And Peachy's final moments, I think, will be kind of blessing this nest, as we do sometimes, letting an elder pass away in a nest, because that is what she was worried about for her family, is that they wouldn't have a proper nest to arrive to and to take care of their young at. And she finally found one with the help of Sissy. All right, and then little Walnut, I'm gonna have him start rushing this way, because Sissy and Blake might be kind of exchanging glances, but Walnut would probably just knock Sissy right off her feet. But all right, it is time to pass on the torch from Peachy, and we are going to let some of our younger males, Crumble and Lynn, inherit this not so much of a mess as last time, and hopefully we'll start seeing some Purse Snouts soon. So, rest in peace, Peachy. Oh my goodness, what do we have here? Oh geez, when the nest went bad, it really shocked me. But we have Raven. Oh my gosh, that's going to be this little girl's name. So her name is going to be Raven. She has B and D immunity, and she actually has some really interesting genes too. Zio, excuse me, you're not quite giving me the babies that I thought you would, but I'm not going to complain. So yeah, okay, we have two nichelings, Dove and Raven. They're solid colored, which is actually kind of uncommon in this tribe. And I think once again, Robin he loves his children, but maybe he was hoping for, a child with peacock tail, a child who can answer to the feathery dreams that he has. But all right, so we're not doing too bad, even though we have some sickly nichelings, and I do want to kind of scooch everybody around. So I think next time, hopefully, we will be able to really pick up with Lynn, young Lynn, who is now filling in the role. We'll send him over here. Oh my gosh, who was that? Oh my gosh. Well, we're going to have him pick up the role of taking care of the strategy of how he's holding a little rabble. Oh my goodness gracious. But we're gonna go ahead and let him take up the role of watching over the strategy of how the tribe kind of plays out, and we are going to let Crumble over here guide us with his wonderful weather predicting ways, which predicts rain in 6 days. So that's wonderful. That'll actually help us figure out how many berries we should harvest too. But all right, I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.